Howdy folks, Monkey Biz here, and welcome to build log number 5 of the Polar Lights USS Voyager, 1/1000 scale. So as you can see, we've got everything closed up, all the lights are on, everything's wired up, and other than a little mishap with me forgetting that the Voyager does not in fact have blinky red and green lights and just has the blinky white lights, everything surprisingly went together very well. So we'll do a quick pan around the ship to kind of show it off a little bit. Here on the nacelles, you can see we have the blue LED strips behind that. The red LEDs with the Bassard collectors. Obviously, I'm going to have to do a lot of work on the impulse engines, but you can see kind of there at the front where that little black spot is. That's going to be the impulse intakes, and then the impulse exhaust is going to go where that vinyl masking there is. Here, main shuttle bay. You can see we have obviously the white strobes there with the red and green running lights, and red lights here on the left side of the ship above both of the nacelles. Then going up the neck, you can see that I'm going to have a lot of light blocking and a lot of panel filling work to do. A lot of that'll be done either with perfect plastic putty or something else. A little bit more light blocking to be done around the torpedo launchers. All things considered, it's not too bad. Get up here to the saucer. You can see some of the running lights here. Some more areas where I have to do light blocking. One thing to note for the actual windows, I'm just going to be scraping those out when I'm done. I tried masking them off the last time I did this kit, and to be perfectly honest, it didn't work. It just took exactly the same amount of time. It tore paint on the way up. I just wasn't happy with it. Um, so yeah, kind of flipping around here to the front, you can see the airlock here at the front of the ship. I haven't sealed anything up because I'm going to show it in a minute, but yeah, you can see like that front airlock, how that's chiseled out to make a little bit more room for the photo etch when I put that in. Um, but yeah, you can see here actually, just because of the way I've had the paint set up, some areas are a little bit darker than others, either just because of stuff that happens to be there or how I painted it. For the actual paint itself, the silver does a decent enough job of light blocking, but yeah, there's obviously some other places here that could use some some touch ups. Then coming here underneath the ship, you can see our photon torpedo launchers. You can see the bottom of the ship, and you can see that lovely deflector dish. So now that we've had the chance to take a look at the outside, let's see what it looks like in the actual final configuration inside. This is assuming I can actually get the saucer open with one hand. So I'm going to put the phone down for a minute and hope that it just doesn't go flying off my desk as I try and get this saucer open. So all right, come on, little buddy. All right, there we go. All right, just had to get some fingernails in there. So when it's all said and done, like when the ship is all put together and all the lighting and everything is set up, the interior ends up. There we go. I'm not going to open it up too much because, well, this thing is attached here at the back, and I don't want to potentially break that. But yeah, it ends up being kind of a mess, but you can kind of see here how you've got, or how I set up, the LED strips there at the top, how I've wired everything up, how I put heat shrink tubing around all the connections. One neat thing about this kit in particular, and I don't even know if I can actually, we'll give it a shot anyway. So here on the board, you can see that we have a little circuit or a little dial. I can actually, depending on how bright I want this, turn this up or down. So you come back here and you take a look. Yeah, those reds are super bright. Those greens are super bright. Obviously everything shows through the plastic really well. But to have it turned up all the way, it just means it's going to have to be more work that I have to do to light block. So yeah, next steps are going to be sealing everything up, doing all the putty, here along like the engineering hall, obviously around the saucer, finishing up the rest of that, like all the stuff along here, along the neck, and yeah, either giving it an additional coat of black or sorry, an additional coat of aluminum, additional coat of silver. I'll also have to do some gap filling here around the actual like main windows in the front and on the bottom because yeah, a lot of light leakage around there. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and yeah, looking good so far. Go ahead, feel free to leave questions, ask whatever you like, and I'll be happy to answer as I go through. Thanks.